A loss in sport is inevitable. It is part of the game. It comes with the trappings of being a sports person, and the pressure of a loss multiplies. It is equivalent to how higher up you are, from the team captain to the coach and the management. But how does one take defeat? Do you reflect, or do you start pointing fingers? Because that truly defines the success of a team, not how they take a win, but how they take a loss and come out of it. A video right after the Indian Premier League match last night between Lucknow and Hyderabad is creating a lot of buzz. Take a look at these pictures. It has the owner of the Lucknow franchise, Sanjeev, Goenka, in conversation with his team captain, Indian cricketer Rahul. Just notice the dynamics here, the posture, the body language, because we can't really hear what went down. Sources say it was far from pretty. Let's just talk about the pictures first. Let's look at the owner, the more expressive one of the two in these images behind me. He's frowning, visibly agitated, pointing fingers, looking extremely bothered. We know the reason, that's too obvious, but look at how he's gesticulating and gesturing. And you can tell it isn't a vent, something both parties would engage in after a loss. It isn't a collective ire towards something. It isn't like he's talking about something, but he's talking down to Rahul. Because if you see Rahul here, he doesn't want to be there, anywhere but there in that moment with the owner. Rahul is the captain of a cricket team. He looks dejected, shattered, lost. And understandably so. It was a completely ruthless win. Hyderabad beat Lucknow is an understatement. They did that in no time. They did not lose a single wicket. The openers made mincemeat of the target of 165, reaching that in half the number of overs, in just the 10th over. So yes, it's not a happy day at all in the office for the losing captain. Rahul is already down, deflated, but here's the thing. It was a very humbling loss, but one that you sometimes can do nothing about. There is little else many teams have been able to do when up against Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma going all guns blazing. It was one of those days, and Rahul's post-match interview really summed up what he was feeling, but not really able to express.
I'm lost for words. We've watched that kind of batting on TV, but this is unreal batting. Everything seems to find the middle of the bat. Kudos to their skills. They've worked hard on their six-hitting skills. Once you are on the losing side, there are question marks on the decisions taken. We were 40 to 50 runs short, but even if we would have got 240, they could have chased it that as well.
But then the showdown happened, and Rahul looks like he has no energy left to say anything, even as the team owner is at it. And let's face it, it has been a difficult few weeks for Rahul, losing a place in India's T20 World Cup squad to Sanju Samson, and then of course this humiliating exchange with the owner. That is what it looks like, out in the middle for the world to see. Probably not setting the right example. Fans went livid, lambasting the owners for the unsportsmanlike display on a cricket pitch. Fans were not kind and probably justified in being that way. So that makes us ask, how far can an owner here go to being that intrusive in such a team setup? Sure, there is money invested. There is a lot riding on the team and the franchise, and every management wants their team to win. But where is the line that an owner, someone who has not played cricket, cannot cross? And definitely not to give it off to a captain for a defeat right on the field for everyone to see. There are many things wrong with the scenario I just painted, but sometimes I wonder, would this scene have played out had the captain been a non-Indian, a foreign player? We know Hyderabad, for example, had a fallout with David Warner, though they won a title with him at the helm. But has dirty linen ever been washed in public there? No. There are different kinds of franchises in the IPL, some owners who do not intrude at all. Only one man calls the shots when it comes to the cricket, and that is who will take all the calls in wins and in losses. It is simple, straightforward, and nothing else comes in between him. I'm speaking of MS Dhoni, of course, with the Chennai franchise, and the team. Even this legend managed to face the brunt of the owner under the radar here, Sanjeev Goenka. MS Dhoni was captain of the Pune franchise for a couple of years, and that was owned by Sanjeev Goenka back then. And he managed to sack MS Dhoni from the captaincy. IPL has seen some of the most acrid flare-ups between management, the owners that is, and the captain. I can't go without talking about the most famous run-ins. It was between Kolkata owner Shah and the then captain Sourav Ganguly. And much has been documented about how that heated row played out, so I won't go into the details. But the reason I bring that up here is because things changed post that. Kolkata brought in a CEO to deal with the team, and Shah Rukh Khan stopped attending practice and net sessions altogether. There was a wall, and he was humble enough to accept and stay on the other side of it. That wall separated cricket with the ownership. And that's what I'm getting at. Yes, it's great to feel passionate about the team that you're invested in. Be invested in the wins and just as livid in the losses. But maybe it's best for those who know the sport to deal with that in their own way, whether it is the captains or the coaches. For everything else, the owners are always there. Cricket happens on the field, and only that should happen. It's a space where sport is played, and everyone should treat that area with a sense of sanctity.
Firstpost puts the spotlight on Africa. We report from across the continent, rewriting the narrative. Stories of hope and progress. Amid coups, conflicts, and climate crisis. The challenges are many, but so are the opportunities.
Trying to do what benefits the majority of citizens.
The Nigerian delegation was the first to arrive.
Tracking the world's second largest continent. Launching soon. Firstpost Africa.